I'm leaving a raw egg in a jar of vinegar for a month. I'm leaving blueberries in a jar of vinegar for a month. I'm leaving a light bulb in a jar of acid for a week. I'm leaving a pack of unopened Pokemon cards in a jar of bleach for a week. How am I gonna get this egg in there? And now we wait. Are you seeing this? Oh, look at this! Let's open these puppies up and see if we got a rare card. Let's take this puppy out and see what we're working with. Oh!
Talking with Ryan Doka, who many might recognize from apps such as TikTok, somebody from Saskatchewan who's rapidly gaining a lot of fame, and it seems to be more and more. First of all, Ryan, thanks for taking some time to join us here today.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Now, I have to ask, what got you started on doing this? You take a look, and it's over the past, while you've been consistently posting some videos to TikTok, and they seem to be getting a little bit more grandiose at times, but there's definitely a panache to them that's really getting more and more popular.
Yeah, absolutely. I started putting things in jars just for my own kind of interest. I've always been a fan of science, and I've always loved seeing what happens when you put certain objects in certain other things. I actually got in trouble when I was a kid. I used to put like all the detergents in a bottle, shake it up, and leave it under my bed until there was a bad thing that happened and I lost my bed. We won't go into that story, but it kind of allowed me to go into this new area where I can, be an adult and put things in like acid or bleach or acetone, which is another one coming up, a little inside scoop. But it's fascinating seeing how things kind of react.
Now, when you started doing it, did you kind of expect that, I guess, that sense of adventure or experimentation to kind of resonate with people the way it has?
Not really. Everything I've ever done has been kind of spur of the moment. I've always winged it. I've always done it mainly for myself. And, I haven't really looked towards, are other people going to like this? But it's amazing how people have found it now. And they're really saying, hey, you're teaching me weird things about science. And they're loving it because it's under a minute. So they have the time to watch it.
And I guess, yeah, that is kind of the key thing is the packaging of it. It is that nice, tight 1 minute long package. But to get it to that point must take a lot of time. Like, how do you find the time to be able to do that? Because you would think with the amount of content that you create, you're kind of going to have 2 or 3 projects on the go at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, I have a full-time job besides TikTok, but when it's coming to creating these videos, I typically like to put about 3 to 4 hours away out of let's just say a certain week or a month just to film the beginning parts of the videos. And then the end of the videos, because I always do them in like the beginning of what happens, and then I leave them in for a month. And then I come back and revisit them to do that. So it's about like 8 hours for all of those videos, but the editing takes upwards of like an hour per video to 2 hours. But I don't know. When it's a hobby that is something you love, you always can find time to make it happen.
Now, you've done a lot of odd combinations, some of them that stick out in my mind right now. Because you for the food ones, you will eat the food, especially been pickled or steeped in alcohol. The chicken McNugget one is the one that kind of sticks out because my children just heard the word chicken McNuggets and they wanted to watch that one. And my 17-year-old son shuddered when he watched it. But for yourself, are there any that you've done and right away you're like, why did I do this? And you kind of, it's why did you do it? And why did you do the follow through knowing that it was going to hurt?
Yeah, the one that I will always regret for the rest of my life is the steak vodka. Unleashed the beast. No! It's like cook the steak, my guy! That one was rancid. I actually should have done it way sooner because, of course, I leave things in these substances for about a month, but this one I was so scared to do because it was already changing its color from red to almost like a murky white in a matter of like a week. And I left it for almost 2 months in the freezer. So it went rancid and I just knew that I had to get it over with. So I did it. But then the first bite, bone apple teeth. Oh, God. had to go deeper. So I chewed it a little bit and then taking that shot. Ah, it's still in my like I can still taste like the coppery like rottenness of it. It's so bad. So definitely some like there's been one or more like that, but the steak vodka was definitely the worst one so far.
And any of those that came out where you were pleasantly surprised with how it turned out, whether it be the pickle or the vodka or the whiskey or that?
Surprisingly enough, hot dog vodka was the most delightful surprise. Like I've done so many with fruits that have turned out really good, like banana vodka, or even one that I'm filming right now, cherry whiskey. Again, another little inside scoop that tastes really good. But the hot dog vodka was so smoky and rich with flavor. It shouldn't have tasted that good. It should have been illegal, but like so tasty.
Now, as you mentioned, you got a couple of others that you're working on, but are there any other ways that you're looking to kind of convert this newfound viral fame for yourself in furthering either your full-time career or maybe even branching off and creating a new career?
Yeah, I have always found an interest in entertainment. My full-time job is more data analytics and a lot of social media advertising, which is super fun. I love doing that as well. It's helped me along my way. But I really do believe now my future is in entertainment. And whether that be, I'm not a really good actor, but whether that be like the host of a children's wacky TV show or even doing more science stuff, or if at one point in time, full-time creation of content on TikTok, YouTube, or any of these other platforms, that would really be kind of what I'm going for at the moment.
Now, one question that I do have to ask you, and this is, I'm also a TikTok content creator, not as nowhere near as popular as you are, but there's a lot of other Canadians who are too. Has TikTok approached you about being part of their creator fund, or is that something that, as a Canadian, you're still excluded from?
They don't have a Canadian creator fund right now, and that is something that I am trying my hardest to get here in Canada. As you said, there's a lot of Canadian creators on the app that are even, I think, better than me. And they don't have access to, a really crucial part, which is getting paid to make their content. So a lot of us, including myself, are just making it for free, just for the laughs. And, we're depending on brand sponsorships or anybody to reach out and give us a little taste of money. Uh, the Creator Fund would change my life, definitely. It would allow me to take that next step into doing this possibly full time. And I know that it would help a lot of other people, but it's just nobody has really heard anything about the Creator Fund happening. And it's kind of sad. I hope it comes soon, though.
On the plus side, or on the flip side, I guess, it goes to show that the Canadian content, that quality of Canadian content is just purely driven by the love of creating it for other people.
Absolutely. I know that if you don't have a lot of money coming in from your stuff, you're typically making it just for the joy and, the happiness that you're bringing other people. I know that that's what I'm doing it for. So just seeing that from Canadian content creators right now has been an absolute delight. We're a powerhouse, if you think about it.
Well, I'd definitely like to thank you for taking the time to join us here to talk about your viral videos, and the best of luck. How can people find you on social media to follow along?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much. You can find me at Doka Ryan on literally everything that you could ever think of.
All right. Well, we'll be sure to have a link here below that people can click on. And we look forward to seeing more content coming from you in the coming months and hopefully years to come.
Thank you very much.